Hey everyone, and welcome to another installment of Tom's World. Today we are in Bristol, PA, just off of Newportville Road. Actually, we're on Ford Road. We're going to take a walk down Newportville Road, and we're going to be checking out a spot that does have some historic value. And I want to get it on film, or rather video, I should say, before it's completely gone. So let's go down there and check this out. So that light down there, that's Newportville Road. Right now we're walking down Ford Road. No sidewalks or anything here, but it's also a nice walk from where I parked. But that's okay. I looked around on Google Maps. I couldn't find any closer parking. I mean, there's houses and stuff around here, but I didn't want to go and park in front of somebody's house. And yeah, as some of you that have been following me may have noticed in the beginning of the video, if you did not catch my live feed last week, the long hair is gone. So now we're on Newportville Road, and this whole thing here, this wooded area, was all part of the property that I'm attempting to get to. Sorry for the loud cars. They are relatively close to me. But this was a, I forget how big it was. I'm gonna have to check out my cheat sheet. But at least like 10 acres, I think. Something like that. And it was called Sunbury Farm. Now, when I passed by, I did not see private property signs, although I see it here. So I'm kind of hoping that it doesn't have it for the opening up here. We'll find out. You could just about make out the realty sign there. Well, auction sign, rather. And hopefully there's no signs here. So the driveway is now covered up with a bunch of rocks. I'll show you real quick. And over here somewhere is where the mansion used to be. I don't know why I picked such a windy day to come out and make this video. But yeah, I think it was right about there. This is where the mansion was, and part of that mansion was pretty old. So yeah, I'm guessing this is where the building was. And I think it went around that way as well. It was a mansion style house, and I'll see if I can find a picture of what it looked like, and I'll put it up here now. But it was called Sunbury Farm. The house itself was about 4,760 square foot. And an original part of the house was made around 1700 and then added on to over time. It was on nearly 10 acres, so I was right. And it had an owner or a family that owned it back in the 1800s with the last name Taylor. And why that's historically important is that Caleb Taylor was, well, he was a congressman back in the 1800s, and this is where he lived. And from what I saw on Google Maps, it looks like the in-ground pool that they installed over this way somewhere is still there. Just Mother Nature took over it, which is one of the things I wanted to see when I came here. But right now I can actually see part of a chimney that still remains. And again, I'm not seeing any signs that say no trespassing. So I should be okay. But yeah, here's a part of a chimney. I mean, just think, even taking out the fact that the original part, the small part, it was just like stone and mortar and wood. And of course the wind's gonna kick up now. But that goes back to the 1700s. Take that out of the factor. Just the fact that this thing was here since the 1800s and housed a congressman, that's a pretty big deal. So apparently what happened to this place is that in its later years, it was a daycare. And yes, you can see part of the pool over there. In its later years, it was a daycare for a while. And then it just kind of laid there dormant with the electricity still on, because I saw videos of people going here. And somebody bought it at an auction, some business, and they're going to be tearing all this up and making it into another business building, which there are a lot of around here. So I wanted to get this on video for posterity, because this is one of the places that does have historical value. Not the pool, obviously, but the land itself and the house that was here. And before it's completely gone, I wanted to get out here and check it out. A lot of thorns here, so I gotta be careful. And this is probably the first video of the season that I probably should have put on Deep Woods Off, but I did not. So yeah, there was a fence around it. There's a pole for the fence, and that's obviously gone. And here's the pool. We're at the shallow end, it would seem. It's weird, it has more of like a concave shape instead of like more corners and stuff like that, but it's still pretty cool. And I can see part of the fence is actually laying on the ground over there. But man, if I'd have just been, you know, 10 years sooner, I could have seen the house itself. But now there's mere remnants left. And another interesting fact about the Taylor family is that they owned the house until 1972. So that's anybody that lived here before then, you must be part of the Taylor family. That's a long time though, from the 1800s, even if it was the late 1800s to 1972. That's a good long time for a family to own a mansion. See if we got anything else going on here. Wow, somebody's been hanging here and having a fire. Some more remnants over here. It's like a wall, or what's left of it. Or, okay, another chimney. Maybe. I don't know. Is that in the ground or is it just laying on the ground? No, this appears to be in the ground. This piece not. So that was probably the back end of the fireplace. I see another pole out there. Wow, and imagine, you know, roughly 10 acres, as they said. I bet this place was beautiful in its day. I mean, of course, without the businesses and stuff over there. And I think I read somewhere that it was said that they were the biggest landowner in Bristol at one point. Of course, that didn't last. Yeah, pieces of concrete everywhere here. Fences. You can see this was a lower part of the house. Helmet for some reason. Maybe it had something to do with the daycare. Maybe, you know, when the kids rode their bikes, they had to wear the helmets. Yeah, but I'm not seeing much else. Some concrete over here. It really is a windy day. My apologies for the wind. Some, what are they, crocuses? I think they are. But yeah, whatever this was. Wow. There you have it, more history, right? That's what I'm all about. I may be a day late and a dollar short with this one, but at least I got it before it was completely gone with no remnants left. That's kind of creepy. Yeah, but with the dumpster here, I'm assuming that it won't be long before this whole thing gets leveled and these trees that have been here for a long time are gone. The blacktop that was the driveway, that'll be gone. Wow. See, I didn't know the exact layout of the mansion, but I knew there was like a little corner, and that was, it was like darker colored stones and stuff. That was the original part that was built back in the 1700s. I'm not exactly sure when they added the rest of the mansion. It had to be either in the late 1700s or the early 1800s. There's that first fireplace or chimney that we saw. Wow, yeah. Another place I would have loved to have seen before it was gone. As I said, there is a video that I found where somebody, they didn't say where they were in the video, but it was clear that it was here. Especially from the facts that were being spouted out. So it definitely was here. And I know he mentioned in this video like how the electricity was still on, and that's kind of creepy. But I know the electricity was on until they took the house down. And there's pictures as well. I just don't happen to be lucky enough to have been here when it was here, to have my own pictures, my own video. Just mere remnants. So there you have it. A little more history to add to my my channel, my library of historical places. Definitely one that will not be here for much longer. And I encourage you to, if you found this interesting, look up the history of this place. It goes into a lot more detail than I did, and there were more notable people that lived in this very house. It's one of those rabbit hole things. It'll lead you to other stories too. It's always fun to look up history. Anyway, I'm gonna get back out onto Newportville Road. Thank you all so much for coming on yet another adventure. If this is your first time here, please make sure you hit that subscribe button and then you hit the notification bell. That way you'll be sure to be notified when I upload videos and when I go live, which I do at least weekly anymore anyway. So you might be able to catch me and chat with me. Maybe you have some places for me to check out. Maybe you have comments on places I've been. Or you just want to hang out. Whichever the case, make sure you do hit that subscribe button. And if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. And check out my merch shop. The link is in the description. You can get yourself some Tom's World gear. And I think that's about it. So I'm going to get out of here before this wind decides to kick up again. I will see you all in the next one. Make sure you stay safe, stay healthy, and take care.